Okay, we haven't talked to Lady Dahlia. Oh, Professor, how fortunate that you're here at a time like this. I have a favor to ask of you. Please, madam, ask away. I'm happy to come to your aid in any way I can. You, Professor, could you solve this puzzle for me? Though I'm not feeling up to the challenge, it won't solve itself. How old is Mom? A father and son are having a conversation that father turns to the son and said, "You know, son, there was a time when your old man was twice the age of your mother. Of course, the next year I was only 1.5 times her age. But still, that's pretty amazing, huh? If your father is 44 years old, how old is your mother?" It's kind of like that. You just do kind of go from person to person. There's an overarching mystery that you're trying to solve, but then you talk to each person and they're like, "Here's a puzzle," and then you have to solve the puzzle. I was only 1.5 times age, but still, that's pretty amazing, huh? Yeah. Can I write on this? I can. Okay. So if he was, let's see, you know, son, there was a time when your old man was twice the age of your mother. Of course, the next year I was only 1.5 times her age. Okay. That makes no sense. What is 1.5 of 44? You'd want to say 44 divided by 1.5. 29. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know how you could be 1.5 and then the next year be twice as much. That makes no sense. So this has to be a word problem. All right. There was a time when your old man was twice the age of your mother. Of course, the next year I was only 1.5 times her age. But still, that's pretty amazing, huh? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. He does say, like, of course there was one time that I was of course the next year I was only is the next year like yeah, he was not 44 when this occurred. All right, let's say he was Oh, so yeah, you have to use the math in order to figure out the distance between their ages, right? So at what point is there a number that you're twice and then like if they were like 5 and 10, right? And then 6 and 11. That doesn't work either, right? 12. Three and 5, you think? He's 1 year older. Thanks, Lemon Square. So yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. 4, 2, then 4, and then he became 5 and she became 3. Right. So it's 2 years. 5 divided by 3. Well, see, 5 divided by 3 is not 1.5. One and 2, 2 and 3. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That would work. Yeah, shipwreck. Yeah, because when he was 2, she was 1, and then 3 and then 2. That would work. That would work. Okay. So she's 43. Right? 43. Final answer.
There we go. Every puzzle has an answer.
The mother is 43. When the boy's father was 2 years old, his mother was 1. The next year he turned 3 and she turned 2. When you realize this is the only combination of ages that yield the ratios mentioned in the problem, everything starts to make sense. There you go. So you could use that puzzle for any of y'all who are 1 year away. Sure, whatever game. What a relief. I can finally stop thinking about that silly puzzle. You have my thanks.